Doctors perform surgeries by headlamp as a battle rages. This was the scene at the Ras Al Ain hospital as the Turkish military continued its offensive against Kurdish forces in northern Syria. Medic Jamila Hami was inside and quickly realized there was no way in or out.
It's a very difficult feeling when you know your hospital is going to be destroyed and the ambulances are going to be destroyed and there's just a few steps between you and the wounded, but you can't go to save them. The screams of the children from Ras Al Ain are still ringing in my ear.
It was the first but not the last time Kurdish authorities would accuse Turkish forces of targeting medical infrastructure, a charge that Turkey strongly denies. According to the Rojava Information Center, Kurdish ambulances and clinics have regularly been hit, and at least 5 medical workers killed. Paramedic Luay Bakir tells us he was driving to the front lines when a rocket landed right in front of his ambulance. Petrified, he and his co-workers jumped out of the vehicle and hid by the side of the road. Then another rocket hit.
Once I regained consciousness, I looked down and my leg was bleeding. I tried to move my arm and I couldn't. I looked at all my colleagues with me and none of them were moving. They were lying still. Some were screaming and calling for help.
One of them, 23-year-old Hayal Saleh, was killed. But the threat is not just from munitions. The Kurdish Red Crescent says 3 of its workers were kidnapped and murdered by Turkish-backed fighters. Human rights groups have accused Turkish proxies on the ground of rampant abuses and even extrajudicial killings. The UN and the US have urged Turkey to investigate. Officially, there is now a ceasefire in place here, but violations are frequent. You can hear the sounds of those jets circling overhead. Jamila was telling us it's like this all day, every day. Over the past few weeks, a steady stream of casualties has flowed into her hospital, many of them civilians. Despite the risks, Jamila says she has no intention of stopping her work.
Everyone is afraid of the sound of a plane or a shell, but we have people who need us, and we have to rescue them.
As long as the violence continues, she fears there will be many more lives to save. Clarissa Ward, CNN, Tel Tamer, Syria.